Let's say that, for some reason, maybe a divine coffee spill or a cosmic prank, the Earth just stops. No slowing down, no warning. One moment, everything's rotating smoothly at 1670 kilometers per hour at the equator. The next, silence, stillness, and panic. First, let's talk physics. Earth's rotation is what gives us day and night. It's what makes the sun rise in the east and set in the west. Without it, one half of the planet would be stuck facing the sun indefinitely, while the other half would be cast into an eternal night. But we'll get to that later. Let's rewind a few seconds to the moment Earth stops. You, along with everything not bolted to the ground, would be launched eastward at the same speed Earth was spinning. That's roughly the speed of a commercial jet, except you're not in a jet, you're on a bike, or a beach chair, or in bed. Everything would fly forward. Cars, oceans, buildings, trees, you, air. A global windstorm would sweep across the planet, stronger than any hurricane ever recorded, as the atmosphere continues spinning while the ground no longer does. Cities would be flattened. Coastal areas would be obliterated by kilometer-high tsunamis, as the oceans slosh eastward like a bowl of soup in a car crash. Even continents wouldn't be safe from the inertia-fueled chaos. But okay, let's say you're miraculously not crushed, drowned, or flung into the stratosphere. What happens next? Gravity still works, so Earth won't fly apart or collapse in on itself. But the shape of the planet would start to change. You see, Earth bulges at the equator due to its spin, like pizza dough spun in the air. Without that spin, gravity would pull that bulge back toward the poles. Oceans would follow. This means areas near the equator, which are currently sea level, would suddenly find themselves hundreds of meters above a receding ocean. Meanwhile, regions closer to the poles, Canada, Russia, Scandinavia, would flood as water rushes north and south. The equator would become a desert highland. Greenland might become beachfront property. But wait, we're not done. The lack of rotation means Earth would no longer generate a magnetic field, at least not one as strong as before. The field is created by molten metal churning in the outer core, which is influenced by the planet's spin. Without it, Earth's magnetic shield would weaken, exposing us to cosmic and solar radiation. Satellites would be fried, GPS would stop working, and auroras, they'd get an upgrade, right before cancer rates spike. Then there's the day-night cycle, or rather, the lack of it. Instead of 24-hour days, we'd now have one half of the planet baking under continuous sunlight, while the other half freezes in endless night. On the sunlit side, temperatures would soar past 50 degrees Celsius, that's 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Deserts would expand, and crops would wither. The dark side? Temperatures would plummet below. The atmosphere would also shift dramatically. Hot air would rise on the bright side and rush toward the dark side, creating permanent violent weather systems. Think megastorms, super hurricanes, and probably a few new types of weather we don't even have names for yet. And no, building giant sunshades or heating domes won't help. At this point, humanity would be scattered in isolated habitable zones, narrow bands between the scorching and the frozen. These twilight zones would become our only hope. But let's go even bigger. The moon wouldn't just stand by and do nothing. It's gravitationally tied to our rotation. Over time, it would begin tugging at Earth differently, potentially altering tides and wobbling the planet's axis. Seasons could disappear, or intensify, or randomly reverse. It's unclear. The moon's probably confused too. And what about time? Our modern concept of time, seconds, minutes, hours, is based on the Earth's rotation. If Earth stopped spinning, clocks would keep ticking, but days would become meaningless. Midnight could last for weeks. Morning could stretch into months. You'd get bored of sunsets real fast. Eventually, the planet might settle into a new equilibrium, tidally locked, like the moon is to Earth, permanently showing one face to the sun. But by then, civilization as we know it would be gone, and any survivors would be adapting to a life on a drastically reshaped, terrifyingly silent world. So, what would happen if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Everything. Everything would happen, all at once. And then, nothing.